Hello, my name is Jessica Smith. I'm the substitute teacher trainer at Steady.org. Steady.org has been training substitute teachers nationally since 1995, and we love working with substitute teachers. We love working with school districts and helping them set up a training program where they can increase their fill rate and also have their substitute teachers have a positive experience each day in the classroom. So today I want to talk about 8 suggestions for making this school year the best yet. So suggestion number 1, are you ready to dive right in, is to put together or assemble a sub pack. Now, so what is a sub pack? A sub pack is a bag of tricks full of office supplies, activity ideas that a substitute teacher can pull out in a pinch. My very first day substitute teaching, I wasn't sure what I was going to need, but I took a bag anyway, and that bag came in handy. It had scissors and papers and pencils and tickets and a few rewards that a student could win if they won the drawing from handing out the tickets that day. So just full of fun things to kind of help your day go more smoothly. And I'll put a link below in the description for more information regarding a sub pack. Suggestion number 2, researchers say we have 2 seconds to make a first impression, and this is critical for teachers, especially substitute teachers, because every day we're setting and making a new first impression in the different classes we're in. So I want you to take time to consider your first impression. What is it that students are going to learn about you in just the first 2 seconds they meet you? And how can we set a positive first impression? There's many ways. The way I'd encourage you to do is to greet the students at the door and direct them to a starter activity. So if you have a starter activity on the board, an activity they can work on the minute they walk into the classroom individually and usually quietly, then you're letting the students know, guess what? I'm an educator. I know what I'm doing, and this is not going to be a day where we're just messing around. So greet the students at the door, direct them to a starter activity is a great first impression. Suggestion number 3. Now this is probably something you're doing already. Most substitute teachers do this, but it's worth noting, and that is to arrive early. We recommend arriving at least 20 minutes early because this gives you time to locate the parking, where you need to park, locate the bathrooms, introduce yourself to the teacher next door, and also maybe learn if there's extra activities that they need you to do, or bus duty or recess duty or something like that. So arrive at least 20 minutes early to give yourself a few minutes to go over the lesson plan and again, prepare that starter activity. Suggestion number 4. Now this is, I think, a strategy that is undervalued. I think it's one of the most useful and easiest to implement as substitute teachers, and that is to continually walk around the classroom. As students are working, be near them, be walking around the classroom, and while you're walking around the classroom, start noticing what students are doing right instead of what they're doing wrong, and show appreciation for what they're doing right. I think police officers understand proximity the very best, because even when we see an empty police car on the side of the road, we comply with the speed limit. So use this to your advantage and be near the students. Suggestion number 5 is to reflect after each teaching day. Just take a few minutes on your drive home to consider what you did really well, and maybe if you could do it again, you'd do differently. I think when we take time to reflect, and research shows this, that we can improve our skills. Now, if you have a colleague or someone you can talk to and bounce ideas off of, this would be even more valuable. But maybe keep a teaching journal. It's a good idea to kind of log how every day went anyway. But as a way to improve your skills, I'd encourage you to reflect and take a few notes and work on how, or identify how you'd want to improve each day. Number 6. Now this goes back to my 8th grade teacher, Mrs. White, who she said this every day and it sort of annoyed me, but it stayed with me, and that is to decide that each day is going to be a good day. Your attitude walking into the classroom will influence the students, no question. If you're eager to be there and excited, they'll probably be a little annoyed with you at first, but enthusiasm is pretty contagious. If you come in with the attitude that you're excited to be with them that day, you've heard they were a great class, you are excited for what they're going to be learning, and that you have fun activities for them to work on if they finish early, that's just going to set a very different tone. So as Mrs. White would say, Make it a great day. Suggestion number 7, make a plan to improve your skills. I think professional development is one of the most fun aspects of teaching, because as teachers, generally we're lifelong learners, and so set a plan in place where you can work to improve your skills. There are so many books you can read, there's online courses you can take. Of course, I'd highly recommend the Substitute Teacher Handbook and the SubSkills training course, because there is a great quick start guide for getting you ready for the classroom and with the skills you need to be successful. Suggestion number 8, praise appropriate behavior. Now that seems like so obvious and most teachers think they do it, but just pay attention. See if you're working to recognize appropriate student behavior versus inappropriate student behavior. Research says that about 98% of appropriate student behavior goes unnoticed. Don't be that teacher. Be the one that shows appreciation for students who are on task versus off task. Show appreciation for students who comply with the expectations immediately, who get to work right away, who are kind to each other. They're going to value it, and you're going to see the students differently and no question have a better year. Thank you for joining me today in 8 suggestions to make this year the very best. If you have other ideas, leave them as a comment below.